What's up everybody, SpaceBoy here. I'm working with DashFight on a guide for how you guys can play Luke the best that you can in Street Fighter 6. For those who don't know me, I was a high level player in Street Fighter 5, known for playing Sakura, Akira, and then eventually Luke. I almost qualified for Capcom Cup, getting second to Punk and LCQ, and had various good results, I'd say, throughout the course of Street Fighter 5 post-pandemic. So I'm here in Street Fighter 6 playing Luke once again, and I'm doing pretty well, and I want to teach you guys how to play him too. So without further ado, let's get right into it. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a subscription or a like to DashFight. So the infamous Luke returns in Street Fighter 6. He trades away his turtling techniques, which are still present in this game, for better rush down thanks to mechanics like drive rush cancel, and of course drive impact. So in Street Fighter 5 you'd play Luke in a turtle style. In this game you're playing a lot more aggressive. So typically I'd say Luke's best pokes are really anything that moves him forward. So stand hard punch, stand light punch, stand medium punch as I just showed, and of course stand hard kick is good too. If you space it out, you can even get a combo. His pokes like his crouch media kick are quite good, and they're pretty powerful when you attach them with techniques like, say, drive rush into crouch media kick. So you could do something like drive rush, crouch media kick, cancel against like small combos. I'll show more advanced stuff later on. But typically, I'd say the pokes that you want to use are something that can help his aggression get started. If you feel like you're getting overwhelmed, using passive buttons like stand light kick into sand blast, stand medium kick to push them off of you. There's quite a decent amount of pushback on hit and on block with stand medium kick, so it's a pretty good button to reset the neutral. And stand light kick is an easy way to get pressure as well. He has a pretty good sweep, very high recovery, so I would use that situationally. And of course he has moves like forward hard punch, which can be good as a delay. As you can see, you can get massive damage just for really pressing the move. Of course it can whiff from ranges, so his heavy pokes like forward hard punch and stand hard kick I'd say are situational, since this is -3 on block and this can be punishable if close, and if you don't space it you don't even get a combo, although I will say it is quite easy to space it. Luke's specials don't see much usage in neutral. You can throw out like a space hard punch and knuckle, but I'd say it's very not something you want to do. You're essentially giving up control of the match for 45 frames, which is quite a huge commitment for just a little damage. You can use it as a not as good donkey kick, the way that Ryu players use their donkey kick, though I would not recommend it. Sandblast is one of the core tools to Luke. If you don't like him saying Sandblast, then honestly don't play this character, because you're going to be hearing Sandblast quite often when you fight Luke, when you fight as Luke, and if you're just watching. Sandblast is very important, since it is a move that allows him to set the pace of neutral. The important thing to know, however, is it is not like your typical fireball. So if I do a close range Sandblast, like say I was Ryu, I threw say a medium punch Hadouken here, I could possibly throw another medium punch Hadouken and have a space trap, which allows me to throw that second Hadouken and still have time to DP. Luke doesn't have that. If I commit to the second Sandblast on hit or on block, chances are they're going to be able to jump on me. It depends on their jump speeds, of course. And for DP, it's just a typical anti-air DP. Light punch gets, I'd say, 720 on a jump in, and medium punch gets a little more damage. If you can land hard punch, which is not too tough, it is 9 frames, you do get Oki on the anti-air, though the angle can mess you up sometimes. So really, Luke's only specials that he's going to be using in neutral are going to be Sandblast and then anti-air DPs. So pretty simple game plan. I'd say he's just Ryu with a little spice, and the spice only starts during combos. Other than that, he's your typical Shoto who's missing a Tatsu. Like Luke said, you gotta start with the basics. They're not fun, they're not exciting, but they're important. You gotta start with the basics. So let's start with his basic combos. I know the perfect knuckle combos are really exciting, and those are the ones that people have the most trouble with, but it's just important that we start with the basics. So with Luke, any light typically is going to go into light punch, knuckle. So let's just do a typical light string that we'll do. That'd be 3 crouch light punches into light punch knuckle. And then this will be very important. After the light punch knuckle, if you want to continue to apply pressure, you'll just be spending 1 bar to do a drive rush. So you'll be seeing something like this pretty often from Luke players where they'll do that into drive rush. So that's just a choice that you can make from really any of his knockdowns for Oki. So without further ado, let's get right into some other combos, like say the combos where you're not going to use Perfect Knuckle. This is a very good combo to use if you don't feel comfortable using Perfect Knuckle, and it's even something I'll do in tournament on occasion. This is just jump hard punch, crouch hard punch into full charge light punch knuckle into medium punch knuckle. The cool thing about crouch hard punch is you don't have to do any timing for this follow up. You can just hold it, and then you always get that light punch knuckle. And this is useful if you're having tough days getting the knuckle charges. And this is something that'll let you get pretty good damage if you cancel it into level 3. But let's get into level 3 combos later. Another good combo for Luke is crouch medium punch, stand light kick, light punch knuckle. Not too tough. Just 1 button that's linked to another button and then cancel. And of course we have forward hard punch into hard punch knuckle. This is really good for corner carry. And once again, we can get our Oki from it. So much Oki that I couldn't even throw him meaty. Another important thing to know about Luke, however, is his stand medium punch is actually super cancelable. So you wouldn't really use this, say if you're playing neutral. You could use it if you have a level 3, but this is really for protecting yourself if you want to beat the drive impact while in burnout. So this is pretty easy. You can do this into any super that you want, either the first part of the meaty punch or the second part. The third and fourth part are not special cancel, however. Yep, can't special cancel it. So you can only do the first and second part. Next, of course, we have the target combo. So this is pretty easy. Literally just chain together, stand light punch, stand medium punch, stand hard punch into the hard punch knuckle. So these are his beginner combos. I feel that if you get these down, you'll be prepared to do his more intermediate and advanced stuff. Really nothing too tough, I'd say. Just generally need to know your links and your special cancels. So with that out of the way, let's move on to his intermediate combos. So these combos are more or less, I'd say, enhancements of the combos that I showed before. In this case, we're just adding certain combos together, and we're just linking them together with drive rush cancel. So let's do the crouch light punch chain that I showed earlier, and have a drive rush cancel after the third crouch light punch. So the cool thing about him when he cancels into drive rush is his jabs are incredibly plus. As you can see there, it's now +8. So now we can link into crouch hard punch and get that jump in combo that we showed earlier. Next, with stand hard kick, we can actually do that crouch light punch combo space. It's not too tough to get. Oh, there, I didn't get it. But there we got that. Stand hard kick into crouch light punch into light punch knuckle. This can be pretty good if you want to make a hard read on their drive rush, and knowing people in ranked, you're going to see the drive rush pretty often, so it'll do you some good. If you're spaced out far enough, I believe you can get crouch medium punch, but typically I stick to doing... Yep, you can get crouch medium punch, but typically I stick to doing crouch light punch. So moving on, we have the stand light punch target combo, cancel it into the jumping combo I showed earlier. So still some pretty easy damage. And with that out of the way, I believe we have a pretty good look at our intermediate combos. So these ones will prepare you for the perfect knuckle combos, because where I did the crouch hard punch, instead of just holding it, as Luke shouted, you can do the perfect knuckle So the perfect knuckle combos, I'd say, are pretty crucial to his gameplay, and I won't front with anybody. It's something that you're going to have to land eventually. If I'm in a situation like this, and I just want to close the game and I have level 3, that's perfectly acceptable. But when I do not have level 3, I'm actually leaving a lot of damage off of the table. So let's just look at this like that. That netted me 2.96k. 2,960 damage. If I did perfect, I got 3,060. So that isn't a much there, but for these advanced combos, you'll see the difference really soon, how important the perfect knuckle is. In terms of landing perfect knuckle consistently, it really is a matter of practice and confidence. The issue that most people have when they're doing combos in fighting games is they use the combo time to relax since they have the muscle memory. Luke doesn't afford that. I'd say that's one of his very few weaknesses. You have to be paying attention each time you do a perfect knuckle combo. The easiest way to tell to start practicing is when you look at his arms. It's like his forearms become sentient and they're actually winking at you. You'll see a slight flicker, like almost like a glow that starts. After that glow happens, then you can release it. But I'd say it's really just a matter of practice. You'll even see really great Luke players drop it and combo, so you shouldn't feel bad if you couldn't get it. Even there, I'm trying to use my technique, and what helped me get it was the timing. So really, it's a matter of timing and practice. There are ways, of course, to get that timing practice down, but it's just practice. So for advanced combos, we'll be adding the perfect knuckle to the light punch knuckles instead of just letting it rip like we did before. So let's see if we can get these perfect knuckle flashes while recording. So target combo, perfect, and this time instead of medium punch knuckle, we're canceling it to hard punch knuckle. So that one is a pretty good corner carry. Pretty expensive though. I'd only use it to finish a round really. I would not use this as a B&B. I'm messing it up here while talking. Tougher to do it while talking, so yep, let's just keep our mouth shut. Get it right. So then we can do, this is a very important combo. You can do this from both jumping or standing still, or from counter hit crouch beating punch if close enough. So let's do this. Perfect knuckle into the 214P. See, it's tough when you're talking to a combo, so let me just do it first before talking. More time. So there I did crouch hard punch, perfect mini punch knuckle, dash canceled into the stand hard punch. So I'm actually doing drive rush cancel instead of the typical on hit drive rush cancel, spending 1 bar instead of 3 bars. A perfect light punch knuckle into a finisher of hard punch knuckle. You could potentially do this combo, which is a little more damage, which is the mean punch. Oh, it's so tough. Oh my goodness. It's not easy. You gotta practice it. Into the perfect knuckle. And that's optimal damage, optimal corner carry. You even get a hard knockdown. But that is a little tougher if you mess it up. It looks like this if you mess it up. Oh, and now of course I get it right. Yep, that can even whiff if you do it too early. Okay, you can hold it if you do it too late. So that actually might be a better combo to do. In terms of other combos, we have another one that's either from the crouch medium punch target, crouch medium counter hit. We have this into a regular perfect light punch knuckle. So instead of adding anything, we can just simply do that and get pretty good corner carry and damage. This is a really good meterless combo to do if you don't want to spend any gauge or you're burnt out, of course. Let's do it one more time. Yep, 3.3k at meterless. Luke has really big damage. It's just a question of, can you do the perfect knuckles? If you can't, you have backup combos, but just practice it and you're playing this character to his highest level in terms of combos. Next we have the forward hard punch, drive rush cancel into perfect, light punch knuckle into hard punch knuckle. Once again, another situational combo, I'd say. It's really something you would only use if they're about to die or you're going to take them to the corner. The corner carry on this is massive. So he's standing here. And now he's essentially mid-screen. Though for better corner carry, this combo is actually better. You could do forward hard punch into EX knuckle. And then just do the hard punch knuckle. So stand hard punch is actually one of his best buttons because right here while playing neutral, you can actually get one of his max damage combos. This is his full resource combo. So this is stand hard punch, back hard kick, perfect knuckle into hard punch knuckle. You can swap out the light punch knuckle with medium punch knuckle, as I'll show here. Get a tackle, or even do. Whoops, one more try. The light punch perfect flash charge, as I showed earlier. So this is whopping 5.9k damage. Should be 6.2k damage if you're in critical art. And this is something you're going to use if you just absolutely have every single resource possible to finish the match. Really, really great combo. And something I use basically every day while playing. It's one of his essential cash out combos. And in terms of corner combos, his corner combos aren't too difficult. So it'd be crouch hard punch, light punch perfect flash knuckle into medium punch knuckle into hard punch knuckle. Pretty good damage. You can do it from a jump in, of course. Get 3.26k damage. And if you mess with the charge, you can do light punch fireball into medium punch DP. And there is, of course, this combo, which is a driver's cancel, just using a little more bar for a little more damage. Pretty good combo. 3.3k damage. This is to compensate for the fact that you cannot do medium punch knuckle here. So pretty good sacrifice for just as much damage. And this is an important thing to know about Luke as well. His combos are spacing dependent. So if I'm too close to the corner, then I might not be able to get the perfect knuckle. And in terms of the final combo for the guide, let's do his full cash out into jump medium punch. So this combo, you can actually use jump medium punch as a super buffer. So perfect knuckle. Delay. This used to be so hard for me and now I got it on the first try. So that was stand hard punch, drive edge cancel the back hard kick into crouch hard punch, canceled into drive edge cancel back hard kick, crouch hard punch, canceled one more time into perfect light punch knuckle, jump medium punch into the aerial flash knuckle into super. So with this combo, you're actually delaying a little bit. There's a slight delay on the jump medium punch into the super cancels. So for level 1, you can't really do that. So just get into the habit of delaying the special cancel. You delay it, you hold it for a bit because you don't want to get into the aerial flash knuckle if you hold it too long. So basically jump, delay, hold, super cancel upon landing. The level 3 isn't necessary. You can just do this combo, but this adds 200 damage. You never know what 200 damage can do for you, so if you can get it, you can get it, but in this game, the easier combo is generally the better one. In terms of strengths, I'd say Luke's strength is his ability to use core mechanics like, say, drive rush to get his game plan started, or using moves like, say, stand hard punch for max damage. He always has his max damage available at any point in the match, which is so important, I'd say. Certain characters have to reach certain conditions. Luke, he wants max damage, well, he just has to hit you and cancel the drive rush, really. So I'd say that's his big strength. He has really good pokes with Sandblast and Media Kick. and all of his forward moving normals. In terms of weaknesses, I think his weaknesses is the other characters like Ken or JP. Other than that, I'd say he's probably one of the best characters you could play. If you don't know who to play in Street Fighter 5, you were told pick Luke. If you don't know who to play right now, you can pick Luke and see how you do in the meta. He's a really good character and he won't let you down. If you want to move forward while playing and watch other high-level Lukes, I'd say Meta RD is definitely the man you should look for. Kusanagi, I believe he's playing Ken and Luke at the moment. Joe Rogan also playing Ken and Luke. Wink wink, nudge nudge, definitely should play Ken. Can't believe I'm shilling Ken, no Luke guide, but hey, I'm playing Luke as well and I'm pretty nice and I'm not playing Ken, so if you want to learn more about Luke, feel free to watch SpaceBoy. And of course, look for any more videos on DashFight. So with that, I'll catch you guys later and I hope you guys have a great day.